I had a television show, and I started working for Channel 10 in Lincoln, Nebraska. I kept the television show for 2 years, and we played all over Iowa, western Nebraska, central Nebraska, and southeastern Nebraska. Played clear up in the Dakotas and Kansas. Wherever Channel 10 reached, we were the hottest thing in those days, and this was in 1960 and 61. We were Marty Martin and the Rangers. Again, we were hot stuff. Because if you were 29 years old and had a big old cowboy hat sitting on the back of your head, you know, fairly good looking, well built, didn't take long till that caused a divorce. I joined the Air Force in May of 1949. I was plowing cotton. I was using an old Oliver tractor. And I was plowing for a man, Mr. Sam Lehman, right north of Red Oak. And I liked about 2 rows finishing that field that I was plowing. And my buddy drove up in his dad's car, and he hopped up on the back of the cultivators there in the tractor, and I'm going down, you know, watching to make sure it didn't plow up any cotton. And over the noise of the tractor, he said, "Let's go join the Air Force." I said, that's fine with me. He said, "I joined this morning." And I parked the tractor, and Johnny took me to Waxahachie to see the recruiter. And I got the papers, and that night when Daddy came home from work, or at supper table, I told Mom and Dad, I said, "Hey, I joined the Air Force today. I got some papers I need for y'all to sign." "You what?" "No, you're not joining the Air Force. No, I will not sign these papers." And I finally, out of desperation, talked him into letting me go into the Air Force.
Well, Willie carried his guitar on his back.
Lincoln, Nebraska is where I got the idea for Boxcar Willie. I was driving down O Street one day, and the Rock Island Railroad crosses O Street in Lincoln. And I pulled up there in the gates. They got those big gates, armed crossings that come down. And I was the first one. And this train was going real slow, and it was an open door boxcar, and a guy was sitting in the boxcar with his feet kind of crossed, and he just had an old stogie cigar in his mouth, had an old hat pushed back on the back of his head, and had an old jacket kind of like I got on. And as it went by, he just kind of nodded, didn't smile much. But he looked like Willie Wilson, who was the chief boom operator at the squadron. And I said, "Well, doggone, there's Willie in a boxcar." And as soon as the train passed, I had to pull over, and I took a piece of paper out, and I wrote a song called Boxcar Willie. And that's where the name came from. I never had tried Boxcar Willie. So I got out to California, and for some reason, our paychecks got all messed up. We didn't have any money. And there was a club out there called Sam's Place, and they had a talent contest. And I thought, I wonder how Boxcar Willie'd do in that talent contest. So I borrowed my buddy's car and drove to San Jose and entered that talent contest and won first place. And I think first place was $150. And I think that's the first time I'd ever really had performed as Boxcar Willie. Then I knew he was going to be a hit if I stuck with him long enough.
And the song